Hi, we are Young Carers.
And we look after a family member with a disability, long-term illness, mental health issue or substance misuse.
And in this film we're talking about Young Carers' experiences in schools and why they need support.
I'm Holly, I'm 12 years old and I look after my brother who has autism. That means that sometimes I'll have to help around the house with things like cooking and cleaning. Sometimes people will use the names of disabilities as insults, or they'll call people autistic as a way of offending them. And sometimes I'll be late to class because I've had to help get my brothers up for school. I haven't received any support in school as a young carer.
My name is Hua Aziz, I'm 12 years old and I care for my mum. She's like the most important thing to me in the world. At the house I help around with shopping, cleaning, making food. So most of the time in lessons I'm just sitting there worrying about my mum most of the time, because one morning she could be feeling well and next minute I get a call saying your mum's at the hospital.
My name is Ellis, I'm 13 years old and I care for my dad. As a young carer, I feel like I have to give emotional support for him, otherwise multiple things can happen with his mental health, like it will rapidly decrease. When I do get worried in school, I'd go quieter and my friends would notice this and they'd ask me questions as to why are you upset today, why are you not talking, but I don't feel like I can tell them.
I'm Hannah and I'm a young carer. I'm 15 years old and care for my younger sister who has autism. I give her emotional support, so if she's having a bad day I can help calm her down. Occasionally I provide physical care, so I do her baths, help her get dressed and sometimes give her medicine. My caring role has hugely affected my attendance. I'm constantly tired in school and I tend to worry and need to take time out of lesson.
My name is Clayton, I'm 16 years old. I look after my brother who has global development problems. Whenever he needs to get dressed or he's having a breakdown or he's having a seizure, I have to be there to help him. And sometimes I have to be the person to actually take some of the abuse that he might throw when he's a bit unsettled. My experiences as being a young carer in school have been negative in some ways, as people don't really understand my brother's condition. They like to make fun and they use it as a way to get into my head and just make my life at school quite negative.
Hi, I'm Shai. I'm 12 years old. I look after my mum who has back and knee issues. I also look after my siblings as well. Going to school is fine, but sometimes in the mornings I could be late because I'm helping my siblings go to school. So because of that, I just get late marked because I just don't feel comfortable attending the staff.
We do have a group in school. We meet every Wednesday for about 20 minutes. So instead of tutor time or assembly, we'd sit there, just have breakfast and just chat. I'm still getting worried in between lessons. Shall I call my mum? Oh yeah, no, because there's a teacher there and I might get calls. I don't want my phone confiscated, obviously.
My school doesn't provide any support, though the school I went to before had a carers lead. It was a group that I could feel like I could go to and talk about anything that's happening at home to them, and then they'd give me any support that could be useful for me, so it was really helpful and useful.
At the start of the year I gave a staff assembly and 2 school assemblies in hope to raise awareness and create a young carers group, but I received little to no support from the staff in creating that, so it hasn't happened. In the past 2 years I spoke up about my caring role and my teachers supported me and they've given me homework extensions. They don't punish me with detentions if I'm late to school. However, they don't have anything for other young carers.
I have received support in school from one teacher who's my deputy head, who has supported me from year 7 up until now, but other than that, no real support has gone through my school.
I haven't received support in school as a young carer, but the young carer lead did come up to me and say, do you want to have the last lesson off to join the group of young carers? And I did say yes, but I didn't hear anything else after that.
It's really important to have a young carers lead, someone we can go to for support.
If there is a designated carer support lead in school, then unknown young carers that haven't found out that the young carers yet could go into school and still find the support that they need.
Staff training is really important, so staff know better how to help us with our situation and give us the right support.
Staff need to be aware of each individual's young carer situation so that a young carer wouldn't have to go through the daily stress of explaining their worries and what they have to go through every day, or why they might be late to school, or why they're having a certain problem within school.
Awareness of young carers could be improved by assemblies once or twice a term, talking about how it would look like if they were a young carer, like mental health issues.
I think to improve the awareness of young carers in schools, you can also put up a few posters or notice boards around the school about young carers, maybe the impact on young carers and what they have to do at home.
I think it would be good for like young carers to have a support group that they could go to so that they didn't feel lonely.
A young carer support group would make it a lot easier to come into school every day, knowing that there's other people like you and you can always talk to them easily because they're not going to judge you.
I think it's really important that young people and children understand the different needs of the cared for person, because if they don't understand what these different needs are, such as mental health issues or disabilities, then they're going to think that the job that the young carer does is strange, and the young carer could even be bullied because of that, when actually it's a very normal thing for us. And if we talked about it more in schools, then it wouldn't be strange.
We recognise that supporting students who've got additional caring responsibilities at home is really important. We would definitely recommend the programme to other schools. I think the access to lots of free activities and lots of support has been really useful for our young carers. The Young Carers Hub are offering us lots of support and lots of opportunities for some time out and a bit of kind of self-care for young carers. In our roles in school, this is part of our job, so we're doing other things as well, and we don't always have the knowledge to support young carers in the best way, so we've been developing that over time and we hope to develop that more in the future.
The Young Carers programmes in schools helped us because it's given us some extra support. We've done school assemblies and staff training through the programme as well. And for me personally, it's nice to have someone on the end of the line to call if I need some help. The differences in school, I'd say staff are more aware. The staff give them extra support in lessons, so they might have a bit of one-to-one time or catch-up time, revision time, especially in Key Stage 4 when they got their GCSEs.
Being a young carer, it affects my everyday school life because it makes me tired. It affects my homework and my learning during school. My school supports me because we have this group on a Thursday and we just talk to each other about how we work at home, and it means a lot because it just gives us a break from everything that goes on outside of school. I reckon you should have support because people could be struggling and they might not get the support they really want. You just need that little push from them to do well.
The Young Carers in Schools programme is essentially a toolkit which enables schools to identify and support young carers. By doing this, schools can help improve attendance and attainment of young carers and help them achieve their full potential. Schools can gain an accredited award recognised by Ofsted at bronze, silver and gold level. This is awarded by the Children's Society and Carers Trust.